Alex Jones here, baby, aka Bill Hicks. How we doing? Woo! I'm about to absolutely destroy Alex Jones here. I've coded him. I've been suspicious of this guy from day one. He irritates me. He's over the top. He's extreme. He lies. He's an actor. And wait until you listen to this breakdown here of Alex Jones. Okay, it's going to blow your socks off. So before I get into it, I want to say hello, Maverick X. How you doing? It's been a while. Maverick X from India. Wow, look at this, guys. Following the live, 2 likes. And Alex Jones born on the 42nd day of the year in 1974. There's that 74 number again. Hi, this should be an eye-opener. Adam, is Alex Jones really Bill Hicks? I am 90% sure that is the case. When it comes to anything like that, can you prove it? No, but you can use your discernment, your common sense. You can study anatomy. You can study the numbers, and you will see that it's highly likely that Alex Jones was also your boy Bill Hicks, who was a comedian, a controversial comedian, just like Alex Jones is a controversial talk show host. Hillary Clinton, great play on words there. Bro, you should go back decoding with the gematronate on screen and not your face. No offense, the graphic representation is better. 100% agree with you, Dark Knight. I ain't going to argue with that. And I've got a pretty face, I admit that. But it's way better when I do the videos. But in regards to the videos, it's a lot of editing. It's a lot of work, uploading. It's just a pain, to be honest with you. But with this one, Dark Knight, great name, by the way. I will also do a separate video where you will see the images, because obviously some people don't know who Bill Hicks is. Some people don't even know Alex Jones. So I'll also do a video, about a 10-minute breakdown of this, where you can see the images and you don't have to see my face. Hey, Clau, how are you doing from Ireland? What are your plans for the weekend? Hey, John, who did a video on it? Israel Daigo Rivera. Who's that? Never heard of the person. Looking forward to hearing this one. I'll be sending this video to my friend. Okay, let's get into it, eh? Bill Hicks woke me up. They do that. They're allowed to speak a lot of truth to you, but also they feed you a lot of fiction. Divine Feminine Living UK. There's a kiss for you. So here we go. I got a banana milkshake here, guys. I went for a glorious bike ride this morning. A really nice bike ride. And I'm going to go for a swim after this. I may be meeting somebody tonight. We'll see. We'll see. She's in town for 5 days. And maybe I'll meet her. Maybe I won't. We'll see. I think she's watching this. Or maybe she isn't. Trump is a good guy. Wait. Somebody who's clearly a Mani Anani is in the chat going by Alex Jones now. So in the last live, the person was going by, who were they going by? Tom Brady. And now Mani Anani is playing the role of Alex Jones in the chat. Keep him in till he annoys me. Because that's actually pretty funny that he's come in as Alex Jones. So here we go. 15 in live, 6 likes, 911, the 156 prime. You can watch the video of Bill Hicks, was it? Or was it Alex Jones crying after 9/11? Fake tears. So here we go. I'm going to get into this. Alex Jones decode. Firstly, Alex Jones is a huge gatekeeper. Okay? Controlled opposition, where they're allowed to feed you a certain amount of truth, but also deceive you at the same time. So simply put, all right? Simply put is you cannot have a major platform unless you're controlled. All right. Alex Jones has had a major platform for a while now with shows like InfoWars. Okay. You always see him with celebrities on these talk shows. Okay. With people like Joe Rogan, another guy who's completely controlled. Interviewing people like Elon Musk, who's also completely controlled. So, of course, people like Alex Jones will give you truth and they'll speak with passion because they're actors. And when you're pretty naive, like I was at one point, and your discernment levels are pretty low, you'll listen to him and go, there's actually good people who care about us. People like Alex Jones is an actor, okay? And he does not care about the general public. So check this out. Jury awards parents of Sandy Hook shooting victim $4.1 million in defamation case against Alex Jones. So I always talk about 41. There's a reason why Kobe Bryant died at age 41, and his name equals 41 in gematria. And 4.1 million, they make up these numbers. Every number you see in the mainstream media is fabricated and made up and coded. So the jury awards parents of Sandy Hook shooting victim 4.1 million. Sandy Hook in gematria equals 41. So does Skull and Bones. And I was speaking to my mate Victor, my next door neighbor, about Skull and Bones. He was telling me to watch the movie with Matt Damon, which is all about Skull and Bones, but I don't watch TV, as you know. Could come out of retirement to watch that movie. But George Bush Sr., who was a member of Skull and Bones, he attended Yale, as did his son, who was the president during 9/11. George Bush Sr. was the 41st US president. That's not by accident. Okay, so this 4.1 million is an absolute joke and made up. And why now? Why are you seeing all of these dramatic shows go off? Basically a show like Johnny Depp's on TV in court. And then Alex Jones's, guys, it's a show. It's no different to Law and Order that you watch. All right? Actors. Well, Ice-T, the guy who said F the police, and then he stars in Law and Order as a police detective, just mocking the masses. All right? That's all it is. That's all they do every single day in the mainstream, and keep your frequencies low. So Alex Jones was born on a day that can be written 11/2, the 11th of February, that 112 I always talk about. Isn't it interesting that Alex Jones, who was always telling everybody that Sandy Hook didn't happen, and it was all controversial because they know that will separate people, divide people with topics like this, okay? When it comes to any type of shooting, especially in a school, it's going to create divide. All right, if anybody dismisses that it actually happened, that is when people say, hey, you're crazy, you can't say that, you're sick in the head. This is what they do, they play on your emotions. So Alex Jones was born on 11/2, and Sandy Hook equals 112. The Jesuits, okay, they operate in 112 nations. We know the current Pope, Pope Francis, is the first openly Jesuit Pope. Keyword there, openly. Catholicism in gematria is 112, as is mathematics. And everything you see within this reality that we're living in, if you want to call it a reality, what is real, is all coded. Okay? The universe is all coded. And when it comes to the mainstream, it's completely coded. When it comes to professional sports, it's completely coded. I did a code yesterday, got another baseball code, bang on. I said Houston would beat Cleveland, all connected to Kobe Bryant. It finishes 6-0. Kobe's last ever game in the NBA, he got 60 points, like 6-0. It was bang on. I could be doing a video just discussing that, but you know my level when it comes to coding sports. So obviously 11/2 can be written 2/11. Depends on where you are in the world. So we can say that Alex Jones was born on 2/11, February the 11th. His full name, okay, this stage name that is being given, Alexander Emmerich Jones. Emmerich. Have you ever heard of anybody called Emmerich or with the middle name Emmerich? Him and Joe Rogan are pumping each other. It would not shock me in the slightest, okay? They're all on the same team, and that team is Satan, okay? That's where you can see it with the symbolism that they do. Just look at Joe Rogan's logo. All seeing eye in the middle. He's always doing devil horns. Okay, when he came on the scene, he wanted to be a comedian. He failed, but you can see all the images of him doing the devil horns, the all-mocking tongue, the one-eyed symbolism. And yep, I wonder what he did to get to the point where he's got his own massive show where I'm just average Joe and I don't know shit about anything. That's what he plays. He plays the role of the average Joe so the average Joe can relate to him. Okay, he acts like he knows nothing when he's got so much occult knowledge. So much occult knowledge. Hey, Chuck, how you doing? Much love to Chuck. Much love to Chuck. Amazing coder. He's on my website. So, born 211. His full name, Alexander Emmerich Jones, gets you 211. 211 is the 47th prime. Vatican in gematria is 47. The Freemason compass, okay, is set at 47 degrees. The basilica was struck twice by lightning on 2/11, 2013, okay, when Pope Benedict stepped down. Who took over? Pope Francis, who's the false prophet. And the basilica was struck twice by lightning on Alex Jones's 39th birthday. Masonry equals 39. And again, just so you know, these birthdays are made up as well. They changed them because originally Bill Hicks, who I think is Alex Jones, died at 33. Okay? Like Bill Hicks. I mean, Alex Jones is 33. And then they changed it to 32. They changed Chadwick Boseman's age of death from 42 to 43. I've seen it happen so many times where they've changed people's date of births and also the age in which they die. I've seen it so many times. It's a joke. Why are they doing that? Because people like me can call it out and make these connections. He admitted to Sandy Hook being 100% real a span of 174 days after his birthday. Number of the beast is 174. There's a reason why Prince Philip's funeral was on the 17th of April, 1704. The guy who said when he dies, he wants to come back as a deadly virus. And he dies the year that we have coronavirus as a global pandemic. How interesting, eh? Jones stated Sandy Hook was 100% real on a day leaving 150 days left in the year. And the parents sought 150 million in their defamation lawsuit against the conspiracy theorist. The jury could still issue more damages in an upcoming phase of the trial. The jury, it's all a show. Okay? So he states Sandy Hook was 100% real on a day leaving 150 days left in the year, and the parents wanted 150 million. Really? This happened, by the way, on Tom Brady's birthday, on his 45th birthday. Just a joke. Ritual gets you 45. It's just a joke, guys. That people are taken in by all of this. It's laughable. All right? People who think that Alex Jones is genuine, as Mag says, you're in for a world of hurt. I keep talking about 42, don't I? So in the book of Revelation, the beast reigns for 42 months. Freemason equals 42, as does Jesuit. I've covered all the other 42s. The 1966 World Cup final between England and Germany finished 4-2. That was the year the Church of Satan was founded in San Francisco. All right, the most recent World Cup final between France and Croatia finished 4-2 to France. The Society of Jesus were founded in Paris, France. All these 42s. The last 3 NBA finals have finished 4-2. Okay, since Kobe Bryant died. Kobe Bryant died the year he was going to turn 42. And the 2020 Champions League final was on Kobe Bryant's 42nd birthday. The Basilica was struck on the 42nd day of the year when Alex Jones was born. I can go on all day. LeBron James recently just scored 42 points in a huge ritual. The recent Stanley Cup final finished 4-2, which I told you it would. Okay, where the Avs beat the Lightning. Avalanche versus the Lightning. Okay, it was a weather ritual. And it was obviously connected to Kobe as well, who got accused of rape in Colorado. A 19-year-old accused him. COVID-19, anybody? Just absolutely insane. Coronavirus declared a pandemic on 11/3. Kobe Bryant, 113. Drafted round 1, pick 13, 113. NBA debut November the 3rd, 113. 11 times 3 is 33. Kobe's number at high school was 33. Kobe had a crown tattoo like Corona. Okay. Alex Jones weighs 3.3 million pounds. That's hilarious. That's a good one. Cheeky 33. So InfoWars, which has been heavily pushed, is an American far-right conspiracy theory and fake news website owned by Alex Jones. Is it really owned by Alex Jones? Is it? No. It was founded in 1999 and operates under Free Speech Systems. Okay, the FSS, 3-word abbreviation. Flip those nines with the 1999, you get 666. And InfoWars, you guessed it, it gets you 42. Guys, I've got 41 in the live, 13 likes. 41's the 13th prime. Kobe died at 41 with his 13-year-old daughter, supposedly. Remember, there should be 13 months in the calendar because 52 divided by 4 is 13, not 12. And the first month of our calendar should be April the 1st, which is a date that you write 4-1. Calendar should begin in spring when everything's coming alive, not begin in the winter when everything's dying. We've been played. And Alex Jones is playing people. InfoWars was launched on 3-6, like 3 sixes, 666. And 666 is the 36 triangular number. All right. Alex Jones admitted, so it must be real then, admitted that Sandy Hook was 100% real, the span of exactly 133 days before the 10-year anniversary of Sandy Hook. All right. Because Sandy Hook was in 2012. Of course, it was 10 years ago. Satan gets you 10. That huge number I keep talking about. Satan gets you 55, the 10th Fibonacci triangular number. And in regards to the 133 days, when did Pope Francis become the Pope? The 13th of March. 1-3-3. What's the lowest scoring Super Bowl in history? 13-3. Who was involved in it? Tom Brady. For the Patriots win the Super Bowl right after 9/11, right after the Patriots Act was signed. Tom Brady, who won Super Bowl 55, 31-9, retires 319 days before the Pope's birthday. He retired 46 days after the Pope's birthday. Brady was drafted 199th pick, the 46th prime. Tom Brady in Gematria's 46. Pope Francis was born 1217 on Saturnalia. 1,217 is the 199th prime. All right, it's all connected. We're being played, and you need to learn this knowledge. Now, I've done a video about 1,776, 1776, and what a huge year that was in history, which means his story. Don't know what to believe anymore. Okay? So check this out with this 1776 with Alex Jones and other 1776s. Alex Jones stated that Sandy Hook was 100% real, a span of 17,706 days after he was born. Okay? 17706, which is 1776. The Illuminati were founded in Bavaria, in Germany, guys, on May the 1st, 1776, by Adam Weishaupt. Do you know what else happened in 1776? You know what else happened? The Declaration of Independence was signed. Okay? The Declaration of Independence was signed in Philadelphia. How many people signed it? 56. That's Society of Jesus and Pope and all the other 56s. You're on another 1776. Queen Elizabeth. Here's my banana milkshake. Queen Elizabeth was born 1,776 days after Prince Philip, the guy who died on 4/9 at age 99 on the 99th day of the year. What's 9 times 11? Like 9/11, 99. Will you do a video on Jesus soon? I've done plenty of videos on Jesus, and I'll do more. I hope you like my poem. I hope you like the song about it. I'll keep doing it. I'll do what feels right to me, day in, day out. Every movie before my disclosure showed you of the effigy burning in some form or another. Interesting. Alex Jones is 100% real. What do you mean by real? What do you mean by real? So, again, that's 1776 with Alex Jones, all the other 1776s. And Alex Jones' first book is called Alex Jones. The answer to 1984 is 1776. 1984, anybody? Have you read George Orwell's book, 1984, which has foreshadowed everything that's going on now? Everything, pretty much. What else happened in 1984? Michael Jordan was drafted. The Olympics were in Los Angeles. Just had the Rams win in the Super Bowl. LeBron James was born. 84 is so big. Obama's birthday, 84. Just celebrated his birthday yesterday. He turned 62. Remember, Queen Elizabeth was coronated on 6-2 in 1953, the 60-second triangular number, and Queen gets you 62 in gematria. Yeah, Gyro, you're going to have to go back because I'm pretty much done with the code here. I only have a tiny bit left. So in regards to Alex Jones being Bill Hicks, I'll break that down as well, and I'll do it in a separate video. But this book of Alex Jones, like, we're supposed to believe these guys like authors and actors and singers and dancers and own entrepreneurs and all of this, because they big up these people. So you idolize them, just like they lie to you about how much money these people make. So you worship them and idolize them and want to be just like them. It's all by design. All right. They're mocking you, they're playing you, and everything is done by a code. So this is the description of the book. Alex Jones sorts through the quagmire, giggity, 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 of government deception, exploring propaganda, the evolution of the police state, the New World Order, and the true meaning of 9/11 in his explosive first book. Interesting, right after 9/11, they use the word explosive. While millions have listened to his radio show, again, if this guy was genuine and cared about the truth and cared about society and wanted to bring down the so-called New World Order, he wouldn't have millions of people listening to him. He wouldn't be promoted. And yes, people say, well, people have called him out. The mainstream media have cancelled him. La-di-da-di-da-di-da. It's nonsense. It's like they cancelled David Icke, just like they'll say stuff about Russell Brand. These people are all completely controlled. All right? Completely. So like I said, while millions have listened to his radio show and watched his documentary films, this marks, like the mark of the beast, Alex Jones's first foray into print, which is sure to gain him many new converts, and blow the lid off. Blow, interesting word again, connected to 9/11. Blow the lid off everything the public aren't supposed to know. If the public's not supposed to know it, they're not going to give you it. It's people like me who have to give you this sacred information. Alex Jones ain't giving you it. Anything you see on the mainstream is completely contrived and corrupt and taking you down the wrong alley, guys, by design, to indoctrinate you. That's why most people think and feel the same way, because they've been programmed the same way. So Alex Jones, this guy is nothing but a joker. All right, and an actor, and for me, a bad actor. It's from Texas. Obviously, the Bush family, who I was talking about, they're from Texas as well. They're Texas natives. So you've got Alex Jones, born in Texas. Texas is connected to the bull, isn't it? Which is connected to the beast. Did you see the Commonwealth opening ceremony where they're worshipping Baal? Did you watch that? Did you catch that opening ceremony? They're worshipping Baal. All right? A demon, one of the 72 demons. Pope Francis became a pope on the 72nd day of 2013. People just don't connect the dots the way I can connect them. So I really believe that prior to being this character of Alex Jones was Bill Hicks. All right. And you can Google the images. I'll do a separate video on this. Just Google the images. Some people love the numbers. Some people get lost with the numbers. Most people are visual learners. Look at the images. Alex Jones is no stranger to conspiracy theories, obviously. But here's a really good one that doesn't come from him. Okay, of course it doesn't. So I think that he played the legendary, they say he's a legendary comedian, Bill Hicks. And if you listen to Bill Hicks, he was very funny and he was very intelligent and he did speak a lot of truth. Okay, and then he died. Okay, pancreatic cancer, age 32. 32, that huge number. The Society of Jesus' Logos, 32 rays. Tom Brady retired the 32nd day of the year. It's 32 teams in the NFL. All right, it's a big number, is the 32. So he supposedly died at 32 in 1994. Allegedly is the important word. All right. And then I think what's happened is Bill Hicks was recruited by the CIA to become the controlled opposition by the mainstream media, to become Alex Jones. Okay. Who was then allowed to say certain information, which probably was true to an extent, but he was a handler. Okay. He was giving out information that was approved by the CIA. I've told you with Twitter, Twitter's logo is a blue bird. Operation Bluebird was a mind control experiment in the 50s. Twitter, guys, is mind control. And often with social media, that is how people see the world. What they see on the mainstream media or through social media is how they perceive the world to be. It's mind control. It is controlling your mind, whether you like it or not. They manipulate the algorithm. They lie about numbers. They push agendas. And people like me, they'll keep me on 5,000, 6,000 subs. When in reality, if they wanted to give me a platform like they give to Alex Jones, I would have millions of people following me, but they will never give me a platform, even though I actually speak more sense than Alex Jones, and I back up what I say more than Alex Jones, day in, day out. So Hicks, by the way, in his final comedy session, which was called Rant in E minor, Hicks basically claimed that he just sold a television series right before he died of pancreatic cancer. He told the audience that he sold a television series. You don't think that television series was InfoWars? That he went on to star in under a different name? The world's a stage, guys, and too many people are being played. All right? Supposedly dies at age 32 and looks identical to Alex Jones. The Society of Jesus logo has 32 rays, guys. So I'm telling you, this Bill Hicks, who went by William Melvin Hicks, was a stand-up comedian, right? Social critic. He was controversial. And his material basically focused on a wide range of social issues. He focused on religion, politics, philosophy, and he was often controversial and often steeped in dark comedy. All right. And then this Alex Jones is just an extension of the character of Bill Hicks, but not as funny. And also, Sandy Hook was in Connecticut. Okay. Where's Yale? Where's Yale University, guys? Connecticut. Where the Sandy Hook shootings were in Connecticut. Where Yale is, Skull and Bones. Where's the WWE headquarters based? The satanic industry of pro wrestling. Where is the WWE headquarters based? Connecticut. All right. This is undeniable. Again, do this stuff every single day. So Alex Jones, this character, they say is an American conservative, all-right and far-right radio show host and prominent conspiracy theorist. Listen, I keep telling people this. When they ask me, Illusion or Adam, are you a lefty or a righty? Whilst you're going left or right, you are not going forwards. You're left or right, you're constantly going sideways where you're not making forward progress. So all this stuff about he's a right and I'm a lefty and all of this stuff. Candice Owens, okay? I was teaching an amazing girl and she comes from a very wealthy family. So I got to meet Candice Owens and I listened to her speech, okay? And it was just, for me, it was just a joke, to be honest. People were lapping it up and all of that. I was like, this is painful. I see right through it. All right? I see right through it. So Alex Jones, he hosts the Alex Jones Show from Austin, Texas. And we got Stone Cold Steve Austin from Texas, the Texas rattlesnake, the snake connected to the serpent, connected to the Garden of Eden, connected to Satan. All right? Austin 3:16 said, I just whipped your ass. And then that just absolutely disrespects John 3:16, which is, for God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten son, that whoever believeth in him should not perish but have everlasting life. Okay? When he became Stone Cold Steve Austin, Austin 3:16 is where he became the number one player in the game of wrestling. All right? How did he win Royal Rumble? He defeated Jake the Snake Roberts, the Snake. Kobe Bryant, the Black Mamba, a snake. All right? It's an absolute farce, guys. We're being completely played. If they didn't want something in the news, all right, it wouldn't be in the news. If it didn't serve a purpose, okay, to either distract us or brainwash us or benefit them financially, it would not be in the news. It's funny that Joe Rogan was born the 11th of August and I'm going to be in Los Angeles on the 11th of August. That 118 is a huge number. It's a massive number. All right, Joseph James Rogan. All right, this guy, he discusses current events, doesn't he? Comedy, politics, philosophy, science, hobbies with a variety of guests. So people will say, well, he has a variety of guests. They can't all be controlled. They are. All right? They are. And then Rogan gets kicked off YouTube. That means he's doing good work. That means he's genuine. All right, so then we'll give him a massive 100 million multi-year licensing deal with Spotify. All right, okay. Yeah, he must be a good guy. Yeah, YouTube got rid of him. They didn't promote him. They didn't like what he was saying. It was too controversial. All right, let's put him on Spotify then. What an absolute joke. And then they get him involved in UFC, which is incredibly satanic, sponsored by Monster Energy Drink. Okay, when you study Hebrew, you see that 666, the logo. The UFC, all these three-worded abbreviations in sports, UFC, NFL, NHL, MLS, MLB, WWE, AEW, EPL. The list goes on, all owned by the same people trying to distract you. Okay? And what they're trying to distract you from, honestly, God. It's not all about money, this. So they'll have articles like this now. Elon Musk got drug tested by the FBI after Joe Rogan interview. But did he? Did he though? You going to believe that? Did he really get tested by the FBI? Another three-worded abbreviation, just like CIA? Nothing but a character, Elon Musk. And again, look out for these words. Elon Musk claims, after smoking marijuana with Joe Rogan, the government began to scrutinize him and that he was subjected to random drug testing. He claims, guys. He claims. Do you want me to claim to be the strongest man in the world? I claim to be the strongest man in the world. Does it make me the strongest man in the world because I claim it? Does it? No, it doesn't. Musk is a character. He did not come up with the concept of Tesla and PayPal and SpaceX. It's one guy from South Africa. It's nonsense that people fall for. He didn't buy Twitter for $44 billion. Did he? Yeah, he did. Of course he did. Think about how much money he's making from Tesla. What's this? How Johnny Depp explained to Christina Ricci what a homosexual is at age 9. At number 9. Why are people even bothered about this nonsense? Just all made up. Everything you read is made up. Elon Musk got drug tested by the FEDs, the feds, FEDs, after smoking on the Joe Rogan podcast. Is he really going to smoke on it on the podcast, knowing that he could possibly get done by the FBI? Would he be allowed to do it? He's got SpaceX, X, in Roman numerals is 10. Satan gets you 10. Guys, they've never gone to space, never gone to the moon. NASA is nothing but a joke. They've never gone to the moon, guys. And why do you believe that? Because you've been fed it by the mainstream and books and education. And isn't Joe Rogan, doesn't he interview people in California where marijuana is legal? So why can't he do it? I'm pretty sure he interviews his guests in California and marijuana is legal in California. NASA guys, you just need to add a T, and it's an anagram of Satan, and that's why they count down from T minus. Okay? Nothing but a joke. You think they went to moon on the 201st day of 69? And the Jesuit order gets you 201 and 69? You really believe it? They got signal on the moon, and I can't get it in my apartment? Really? Wow. Space may be the final frontier, but it's made in a Hollywood basement. Just a joke. Alex Jones worth up to 240 million, expert says. Or does that make it true then? Because an expert said, well, how have these experts been doing talking about this? How have the experts been doing with that? Because they all go against each other, these experts. If they're such experts, why are they not on the same page? Why are they always against each other? How can they all be experts if they come out with different findings? Wow. And this whole free speech systems, really? What a joke. Alex Jones, the guy playing him, doesn't have free speech. He's fed lines to speak. People telling me Joe Rogan's interviews, they completely just, they go with the flow with them. Okay? They just sit down and talk. Really? Really? Come on. Wow. I just can't believe people, how gullible they are. I really can't believe how gullible people are, to be honest. It's baffling. And Skull and Bones, guys, or Yale, this private Ivy League university in Connecticut was founded in 1701. And 171, guys, is the 18th triangular number. And IHS gets you 18, which is the Society of Jesus. The education system is an absolute disgrace, especially when it comes to colleges, especially colleges in the US, where the average person's leaving with $37,000 of debt. So then they are trapped and enslaved to the system. So they have to work a job most of them don't even like, because there's no guarantee you'll get the job that you want once you've graduated. You leave in debt, and it's been normalized. And where do you think that money's going? The people who own the schools, Skull and Bones, the Masons, the Jesuits, the Satanists. All right, most of the billionaires in the world, they mock you by telling you that they didn't even graduate. They'll tell you that. Zuckerberg didn't, did he? He left. Richard Branson, what, didn't get a GCSE? Becomes a billionaire. They tell you all the time that the most successful people in the world dropped out of school. They tell you. But then they'll also say, hey, if you want to be a success in life, you need to get a degree. Well, how's that working out for people? How's that working out for people leaving with a degree, with a first, and then can't get a job in McDonald's? Thank you so much, South Holland. It means a lot, that 199. I love that number, as you know. I lived at 199 Valley Road, and 199 is all connected to Brady. One in being drafted, 199th pick. Sending you love and peace, shine bright lighthouse. Much love to you. Much love. I can't wait to go for a swim after this. The cameraman is still on the moon. They left him there. Yeah, the cameraman, what happened to him on the moon? Who was filming it all? Did he stay out there? Is he up there now drinking margaritas? Listening to InfoWars? Is that what he's doing on the moon? Absolute nonsense. Wow. Listen to this. Jones was able to withdraw or pay himself 18 million from free speech systems. 18. There's that 18. Everything's coded. And the 4.1 million that he has to pay to the parents. Well, the parents were the parents of a 6-year-old boy. 6. The number 6 that they love, guys, that they love. The number 6. 666, the number of the beast. And you always get Alex Jones going on about Donald Trump and stuff like that. It's all a show. It's all a big distraction, guys. I watched Martin Luther King on YouTube, highly recommended. I'll check that out. MLK, what a joke. What a joke, eh? The guy who supposedly died 4-4, 68, died on the 4-4, the 44 date. Again, that guy who played Martin Luther King, just mocking Martin Luther's 95 Theses. That's why Martin Luther King died on the 95th day of the year, which is 4-4, on 95 date numerology, because he never died. A lot of them don't die. The character dies. And Martin Luther King was a communist. He went to communist school. Guys, he was an actor. I have a dream! Just an actor. And a good one, to be honest, a very good one. He knew how to speak. He knew how to inspire people. He knew how to get a reaction. And in reality, what happened after his death? It actually brought about more hate and violence, didn't it? It brought about more divide, not unity. They're still talking about racism now, because the more you talk about it, the more it becomes a real thing. That's why they push it all the time. In entertainment, look at what they're doing in sports now with Black Lives Matter. Remember, prior to George Floyd dying, whose last 3 words were "I can't breathe," Donald Trump was giving speeches in 2016 about "I can't breathe," saying people can't breathe. Okay, go back and listen to his speeches. What are the chances? What are the chances, eh? MLK was an agent, no doubt was an agent. Why? Do you know one of the reasons I left teaching, which I still love to do, but online? It's because I had to teach kids day in, day out about how great Martin Luther King was. Okay? Day in, day out, I had to teach them about how great Martin Luther King was. Then I discovered the Rockefellers funded the education system from 1903. Okay? So whatever I'm teaching these kids through their books is to indoctrinate them. So the civil rights movement, what a hero Martin Luther King was, the letter from Birmingham jail, and all of this nonsense. History is a lie. Okay? You've got to find your own truth. That's why the word truth has you in the middle, because you've got to find truth within you. All right? You ain't getting it from the mainstream. You ain't getting it from their books. Probably ain't getting it from your parents, who've been indoctrinated as well for longer than you have been. MLK could be Don King. I've said that. Don King was in jail as ML King died. And then as ML King died, or MLK, Don King was released from prison and goes on to be the most legendary boxing promoter. Really? When he was in jail, then he goes on to be the most famous boxing promoter? How is that possible? Because it's all a lie. All right? It's all a lie. MLK equals 13, 12, and 11. Wow. MLK, I've done loads of codes with MLK with the Atlanta Hawks. You had the MLK jerseys, which Pope Francis blessed. All right? It's funny as well, the Illuminati were founded on 1/5 and Bill Hicks died 15 days after Alex Jones's birthday. He founded an organization called Sacred Cow. I'm telling you guys, it's all biblical. What's going on right now is biblical, and it all connects to Revelation. And I keep telling you about the 42. Well, who just got sentenced to 9 years in Russian jail for drug smuggling, which is all a lie. It's a show. Never happened. This NBA player, okay, Britney Griner, all right, just mocking you, even with the name, Griner, smiling at you, laughing at you, all right, gets sentenced to 9 years. That number 9 I keep telling you about. Britney Griner, eh? Absolutely huge. 2.06 meters. Wow. 26 when my Patreon got removed. And she was born on October the 18th. All right? Which is when event 201 was. So what's her number? What is her number? 42. She's in the news. She is in the news. Is what, like 6'9" giant. who said that I can play better than all the men. Okay. And she played in Texas. She was born in Texas. Another Texas connection. Gets these 9 years. She wore number 42. You really think that she's getting sentenced for 9 years? You really believe it? For drugs? And she's got 10 days to appeal? Like Satan gets you 10? Come on, guys. Come on. She's part of a ritual. Drug smuggling. Again, she has to be black. They'll push that. They've been pushing that pretty much. You got to be black to be a drug dealer or Mexican because of the media. That's why people said to me, don't move to Mexico. The cartel are going to kidnap you. And they were serious. And they'd never even been. They'd never even been. So again, if you really believe that this person here is an actual woman and got arrested for 9 years, I'm seeing all these all mocking tongues. You have something wrong with you. All right. If you think that this Britney Griner, Google it, is a biological female, you have something wrong in your head. All right. Something's not quite right with you at this point. Google her or him. All right. Number 42, 9 years. I keep talking about 42 and 9. So, of course, number 42 gets 9 years. Yeah. All by the numbers or just another coincidence? Friday night means fish and chips with a beer. Happy face, man. Amazing stuff. Congratulations for that. Fish and chips with a beer. For me, I always make omelets in the morning. Made myself a beautiful omelet. Banana milkshake here. Drink loads of water. Went for a bike ride. Going to go for a swim. Maybe I'll meet this girl later. She might either think I'm absolutely incredible or absolutely insane. We'll find out later today. I'll let you know what happens. Tonight, I have to teach an English class. Other than that, I'm pretty open. Wednesday, I'm going to LA, City of Angels, Los Angeles, the Angels. Back to my stomping ground. That should be great. I'm going to see my boy Andreas, lots of my old friends. I'm going to go bodyboarding as well. Yeah, this basketball chick does have all the Freemason tattoos as well. But again, how can you be aware that they're Masonic tattoos if you don't study symbolism? That's the issue. You can show people the tattoos and they go, well, what is that? What's the eagle? Well, it's all connected to Freemasonry because la-di-da-di-da-di-da. No, it's not. I think it's just because of favorite animals, an eagle. Yeah, that's what it is. Favorite animal's an eagle. That's what it is. Go on, Adam. Get in there. Bam. Let's do this. They got societies on every inch on earth, but only some make it to the top. I agree. I agree. Absolutely. Amani Anani. Wow. This is just day in, day out. I find a way to do these codes that are breathtaking, day in, day out. So this Alex Jones one, it's on the website. Thanks again to the new people that signed up. Let me take a look. But that 211 there again with him. And what about, I put this on Twitter and on my website. So Robin is seen as a male name, isn't it? Robin Williams, like Batman and Robin. When you think about Robin, you think of a male name, or you may think of the bird. And there's a singer called Robin. She had a song, guys, called Dancing on My Own. So in the lyrics, she says, and I'm giving it my all, but I'm not the guy you're taking home. The guy? Not the girl. I can't really sing this song. You know, I'm an all right singer. I don't think I can sing this song. It's a bit... All right. No, this is going to be tough, but I'll give it a go. But just emphasize the guy. And Robin in this video looks like a bloke. Okay? The singer. And looks very demonic as well. So it's like... And I'm in the corner watching you kiss her. Oh, and I'm right over here. Why can't you see me? Oh. And then it's like, I'm giving it my all, but I'm not the guy you're taking home. Ooh. The guy? I'm not the guy you're taking home. Why is it I'm not the girl you're taking home? Why is it guy? Because it's a bloke. It's a bloke on the world stage deceiving you. No, it doesn't sound like one. Oh, okay. Because you've not looked into what they can do with people's vocal cords, have you? I'm not the guy you're taking home. What? It's like me singing that song and going, I'm not the girl you're taking home. What would you say if I said that? If I said, I'm not the girl you're taking home, and I sung those lyrics, what would you think? You'd probably think I'm a girl. So this is the stuff I do. I break stuff down. My discernment levels are so high that I can do things like this, that the average person, all they'll do is hear the song and listen to the catchy melody and not question the lyrics. Am I wrong? Woo! Am I wrong? No, I'm not, am I? I'm not. And I'm not wrong about Alex Jones here being a deceiving shill who's mocking you. And what he does very well as well, he gets people animated and angry with society. So he's playing his role, just like Zach Hubbard does that. He gets you angry with society. Keeps your frequencies low. By design. It's all by design. Do you know Yale University's motto is light and truth, which all connects to Lucifer? The motto is light and truth. Of course, it's the third oldest Ivy League school. Third. Of course it is. I can't wait to have a drink and hold court with you all, the energy. I can't wait to hopefully get to Europe in September and meet a load of you. You'll feel my energy in person. Imagine all our energy connected, guys. All our energy connected in one spot. You've got Divine Feminine living UK drinking a pint of Foster's. You've got The Illusion, okay? Probably going to be sipping on a margarita. You've got Red Pill Monkey, probably having a vodka and tonic. The guy's in fantastic shape. All right, you've got Lady Hawk there, probably sipping on an apple juice, looking all classy. It's going down. It's going to go down, guys, when I get to Europe, okay? It's going to go down. Oh, yeah, it's the macho man. All right, I think I have said enough here. I will start doing shorter videos like the one I did about Gabriel Jesus. If you haven't watched that, watch it. And if it hasn't blown your mind, I don't know what to say to you, because the connections with Gabriel Jesus and Jesus Christ are simply off the charts, aren't they? Aren't they? They are. So, again, thanks to all of you for your support. I'm sure most people right now won't be listening to The Illusion. They'll be sat on the fat asses watching Palace play Arsenal. That's what they'll be doing on a Friday night, probably ordering junk food, watching a rigged game, betting on it, and we'll probably lose money and then do the same shit tomorrow. Well, I'm going to go for a swim, okay? And then I'm going to read a book, then I'm going to play on my keyboard, and then who knows what's next. All right? I'm going to do things that bring me joy. I'm not going to sit on my ass and watch other people manipulate and mock me. All right? Get rid of your TVs. It's a mind control device. Undeniably a mind control device. So I'm off. Play on your what? Keyboard. I have a keyboard. Okay? So Manny and Annie, well done. You wasn't so annoying today. I kept you in, aka Alex Jones. I only kept you in because I think that's very creative, that probably every time I do a live now about a particular person, you're going to come in with that name. So I'll keep you in for the humor, because that was banter. All right. Somebody said they don't like the shorter videos, they want longer ones. So here's what I have to do, baby. Here's what I have to do. I have to find a nice balance of live streaming and shorter videos, all right? Because I've got to provide for a variety of people with different interests and different concentration spans. So I'll give you a mixture, all right? I'll give you a mixture. Thank you for supporting me. It means a lot. I'm going to leave right now, jump in that pool. And in regards to the girl who I might be meeting, if she don't want to meet me, she probably thinks I'm nuts, and I'm okay with that. All right. Take care. Much love, and speak to you all soon. Cheers.